Hey you guys, welcome into Soulmate Sunday. Okay, so I already cleansed the cards. I always like to do a little blow, a knock, a shuffle. And, I've got my clearing quartz all around, but it's just to tell the universe, our spirit guides, our higher selves that it's a new collective, a new day, and I want a new message specifically for you. Okay. So let's see what's going on for this beautiful Soulmate Sunday. Now, it's okay if we are not in a love connection just yet, if you're searching for your soulmate, or if you already have your eye and mind on somebody specific that you think is your soulmate, then this is pertaining to them. Even if you're single or in a relationship, as long as you feel like you want a connection to a soulmate or you already have a connection to a soulmate, then this is for you. All right, let's get started. What does the collective need to know about this soulmate connection in our recent past? Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so somebody may have been hasty with this situation or relationship, possibly all talk. It could mean deception, but let's see a little bit of what we got going on in the present moment. Ace of Wands, we like that. Okay. So there is a desire here. There is a potential new beginning. Like this has growth potential. Let's see what's up with this new opportunity. Let's see. What does the collective need to know in the future placement? Ooh, Two of Wands. I'm liking all these wands. These are like two of the best wand cards. So in our future placement, Two of Wands is like my travel card. It's all about planning and self-discovery. It could mean that you're leaving home, going on a venture to find this soulmate union or come together into union. It is number 2 card. So that's, all about love and union, settling this energy of duality and togetherness. So we like that. All right, I need a clarifier on our recent past with this Page of Swords. What is our at hand card? The Hermit in reverse. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. So either you've been in isolation or your person's been in isolation. There is a loneliness that you guys are experiencing. Somebody withdrew themselves emotionally or permanently, like they could have just resignated from this connection. This could also mean like a physical distance between you guys, which makes sense where we have the travel card in the future placement. But it could also just represent that on a soul level, somebody lost their way and they're trying to go inward to find it, right? The Hermit is all about purposeful isolation in order to gain this independence and inner guidance. It's like a very conscious, meditative approach to soul searching. Although since it is in the reverse, it's telling me that we're feeling lonely and distant and resignated from ourselves emotionally. So they may have isolated, but they're not particularly doing the work that they need to find these internal truths and this wisdom that they're seeking or need. This could be for you or your partner. It's always however it resonates. Roles can be reversed. And if I do mention masculine or feminine, I'm talking about energy or just whatever is depicted on the card. Okay, but in relation with this Hermit in reverse to our recent past with the Page of Swords in reverse, Swords is all about mental clarity or the lack thereof when it is in the reversal. And since it is in the mental placement in our recent past, like this is what's been going on mentally for the person, that they have been doing this soul searching or seeking of something, maybe with, they've got the sword in hand and like they're ready to fight. But since it's in the reversal, like maybe they just potentially weren't willing to put in the actual work or the fight for this relationship, and they preferred to isolate and withdraw from the connection. But this card is all about like a curiosity or a new way of going about things mentally, like clearing out old energy and finding a new path of communication. Swords are about communication. So obviously in the recent past, we had a lack of communication. Maybe somebody got cut off with this isolation, or, you know, they started some form of a separation. All right, earth and air signs are relevant here. Let's see. Yeah, it's just in the recent past, somebody's mental clarity has been stressed out and like clouded, foggy. There's clouds on this card. So, and since it's in the reversal, it's just like their mind is jumbled. They've got a lot going on, and they preferred to just have potentially self-sabotage this connection, as when it's in the reversal, it does or could represent manipulation or deception. I'm not really feeling like full egotistical deception vibes here, but maybe they lied to you in order to protect you or to try not to hurt your feelings. But in the end, we did get our feelings hurt. Yeah, they just took like some kind of haphazard action here, and they didn't express themselves properly. Like they didn't fully communicate what they were feeling really deep down. Okay. And, you know, that's because they're searching themselves for some clarity on what their soul has to do, what, you know, their mind is overthinking about everything. And all right, but let's move forward to the present moment with the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is really good energy. It's almost like divinely guided, because we've got the hand reaching out from the clouds, and they're presenting you with this wand, which is all about creativity and drive and purpose. So either you or your person is finding their purpose through this isolation time. They're finding this new potential power within themselves. Maybe they've, or you have been granted new opportunities in growth, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, whatever their path is. But those are all really good things, because that's saying that new inspiration is coming into their reality in the physical present moment. And that's going to foster them becoming more of that leading alpha and stepping into their ambitious drive and, you know, purpose. Once you find yourself, then you're ready for love. You can't be a full, whole partner to somebody else if you don't feel that within yourself first. But it is a yes from the universe. So if you had a question, the universe is saying yes. And this is represented by a fire sign. Yeah, it's like they're being guided, because there's this beautiful path of water, like these little rivers guiding them towards this castle in the mountain range. So, of course, they've had to make some strides in this upward battle, I'll say, of facing some challenges inwardly, finding their purpose in life, but they are on the right track. So it's really good towards this beautiful castle in the sky. Okay, so there is a potential new beginning here. We like this. And then in our future placement, again, with this Two of Wands, it's finally like they fully have stepped into this balance of power and purpose. He's holding the globe, so they are thinking about what they're going to do on this earthly plane, where they're going to go and travel to, and finding this duality, this harmony between love and career and just a togetherness, right? All of that energy is culminating and settling into a really positive forward movement. So this is a progress card, and they're making decisions. So they've really been contemplating a lot, And hopefully they're, you know, done or in the process of being done moving through this Page of Swords in reverse, where there was all this mental confusion and hastiness or a deception to themselves and to you about their true emotional feelings or their true thoughts. And they had this lack of communication about what they were really feeling. And they're obviously stepping out of that hermit mode where they are isolating themselves into this forward motion of leaving home. Like the bird, I just got this, message from source of like the bird leaving the coop, right? They're flying out of the nest and they're finally able to go travel the world and do all of the things that they're meant to. But number 2 is all about union, love, and balance. So they're finding that self-love within. You're finding that self-love within. And there could literally be some physical travel plans in the future for you guys, which is beautiful. Just a quick depiction that I can show you. Okay, let's get some more clarifiers. I'm using the Angel Love Oracle deck. Can I just get a little bit more insight on this Hermit card for our what's at hand for my collective? Is this my collective or is this their specific person? Maybe both. This is the second week that we've got this card. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. So I do have to mention that this card is in reversal. Some people don't like to look at the reversals when we're talking about oracle cards. But I always just like to kind of guide you in the ideology that if these cards do come up in the reversal, it doesn't mean the complete opposite of the meaning of the card. The meaning of the card is still there, 12-12 on the clock. And we just had the 12-12 portal, so we're definitely stepping through to this new timeline. But it does mean that someone or both parties are not on the right track, right? We're just still dealing with either external factors barricading our way or internal fears, insecurities. But this is a beautiful card, and we've got the Castle coming up again. So somebody, this is just telling me since it was in reverse, somebody doesn't feel like it's safe for them to love yet. Maybe if you don't love yourself, then you don't feel like it's safe for you to love somebody else. This is beautiful though. Yeah, the knight depicted in this picture, the masculine, is guarded. He's like got his hand on his sword. He's kind of turned one shoulder forward. And Cupid is like showing him like, look, I've shot the bow and arrow towards her. That's the divine feminine right there. But she doesn't quite see him yet. If you notice, she's looking downward, but not at him. And he's looking in her direction. So he's definitely thinking and contemplating about her. But his body is turned away. So it's telling me on a physical level, like mentally, he's obviously thinking a lot about this whole situation and connection, but physically he's still a little bit standoffish, isolated, and not willing to come forward just yet. But this horse is in forward motion. So our divine feminine knows what she wants. She knows where she's got to go. She's heading forward towards it. And she's got a beautiful energy. Like she knows where she wants to go. All right, love that for us. And again, divine feminines, masculines, I'm just telling what's depicted on the card. If you resonate with the feminine or the masculine energy, that is totally cool. However you feel called to it, to understand and interpret these meanings, because we all have feminine and masculine energies within us. Okay, but it's like, remember the hermit, it's like he felt like he lost his way. So he's in this isolation, he's withdrawing himself, creating this distance. And that's exactly what was depicted in the card with our masculine. But the divine feminine hasn't lost her way. In fact, she's moving forward on that horse. She's like, Okay, well, come with me or don't come with me, but I know where I'm going. My horse is moving. All right. To clarify the Page of Swords, let your friends help you. Okay, so in the recent past, it's telling us that we need to seek out support from our friends and our family. Ask and accept support from others. There's this little angel that has a crystal ball here too. So I think that's so ironic that, we obviously find each other throughout this collective to gain insight and further knowledge on our path with these connections. And I'm your friend. I am here to support you and guide you guys on this journey too. So it doesn't have to be somebody that you know in the physical either, right? Our digital world is so big. And with this vast source of intuitive wisdom that could be shared, definitely seek it out wherever you can. It's so beautiful. We've got three women here are supporting the one woman who honestly looks like she's getting married. Like she's in a white dress, a white veil, white flowers in her hair. She's a redhead. And we've got a little child at her leg and the angel with that crystal ball. She's in a church setting. So yeah, I'm just feeling like churches can also represent this spiritual enlightenment. So especially if the divine feminine is going through this spiritual awakening, then she's recognizing if the masculine had deceived her or manipulated the situation with some self-sabotage, or was all talk and haste rather than fully expressing his true feelings and thoughts and emotions. But yeah, seek guidance from positive sources too, because sometimes our friends, I don't like to say always, don't always let your friends or your family into your personal relationship matters, because their opinions can affect you. Words are spells. So just be mindful that you are seeking this support from loved ones who do have a positive outlook on life and are not going to talk down about your person or your situation, because ultimately your own intuition guides you. And if you believe that this person is a positive energy and influence in your life, and sometimes we're all just human and we go through these different ups and downs in life, then you can recognize that, and others might not because they weren't actually in the connection, so they won't understand everything. Just use your discernment. Okay, and then clarifying this Ace of Wands in the upright for our present moment. It says, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So you guys, you're meant to work on this. There's angel wings like supporting this relationship, you see. It's maybe the woman was, or whoever defines as the feminine in this situation, she potentially could have been hurt by the masculine or by somebody prior in prior karmic relationships. So she does have her eyes closed, slightly turned away, but she's embracing him. Like she wants this love, she wants this union. But it is hard when we have been hurt before. And now the masculine is embracing her too. So this does show that both parties do want to come together in this. And look at this beautiful castle in the sky again. Third time that a castle has come up. Maybe you guys like visited a castle together, or castles have some kind of significance towards you in your lives. If you live by a castle, or if you live in a castle, that's amazing. Invite me. To note again, it was in the reversal when I looked at it first. So it still means give your relationship a chance, but somebody's not fully willing yet. This Ace of Wands energy, like you have the new potential here. This is all about new opportunities of growth. You could totally start this relationship towards this castle, but both parties have to be willing to give it a chance. All right, and then clarifying this Two of Wands in the upright. There's so much attraction here, you guys. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. So it's exactly what my channel is all about, pure presence. Or excuse me, my channel is Pure Premonitions, but my podcast is called Pure Presence, and that's what I'm all about. So you have to be present in the moment to really understand yourself fully, to be able to give your energy outward towards your lover, towards your friends, towards your family. And that's how we make more magic, right? By being pure, present in the moment, and then you're going to start understanding these universal signs and guidance on your own through having these pure premonitions, right? Maybe you're going to like smell some flowers, some roses soon, but it's just reminding me that you really have to just enjoy the moment fully. Be in the moment. If you have the opportunity, if somebody comes back to you with a message of forgiveness or like wanting to give it another chance, obviously the universe, the spirit guides, your higher self is telling you that there is still attraction here. There is still love. You guys just have to give this a chance. You might have to travel to give this a chance because the Two of Wands is all about leaving home and making these new discoveries and like really solidifying, making a decision towards this attraction. Again, it's a card of union, love, and balance, and the duality of settling these energies together. Love it. Okay. Let's do this. I want to give you guys a message, a quick message for each card, and then I'll do a part 2. Okay, so what do my lovers want to say to each other? So for the first card, I'm going to pull for our what's at hand to clarify that situation. Oh, it fell out. I have never felt this strongly about someone before. Both of you guys feel like you've never felt this about somebody before. Why would you not want to explore that? Remember, it's safe to love. This is over the it's safe to love card. Okay, and then in the recent past, in the recent past, I'll do that for the masculine. What does the masculine energy want to say to the feminine? I'm scared of getting hurt, so I act like I don't care. That makes sense. That's why they were in that hermit mode, you guys. That's why they've got this Page of Swords in reverse, right? A little deception. Like they could have lied to you and said, you know, oh, I don't have these feelings for you. You're better off without me. Go find something better or whatever. But that's not really how they felt. They just didn't want to get hurt again. That's why they're defensive with this sword in hand. Yeah, there was some kind of manipulation there, and that's why. Because they're just scared. All right. What does the feminine want to say to their masculine? Ooh, even the feminine. Okay. I'm going through a dark night of the soul. I feel like this is giving me both parties, both energies. Can I get a clarifier on this? I'm sorry for being so toxic. This is both parties. So maybe if your masculine showed some isolation, some toxicity could have come out from the feminine or vice versa. And both of you guys didn't end this properly, right? There were some insecurities and fears that came out on both parties' ends. So just recognize that we're all going through something. We're having these dark nights of the souls, and these this journey through life is difficult. So sometimes people can take it out on one another, but this is a message that it's clarifying that, and we are sorry for bringing that toxicity into the connection. And then clarifying our attraction with this Two of Wands energy for the future. So this union, love, and balance that's coming in. I am obsessed with you. That's both parties, you guys. You're going to be obsessed with each other, right? There's so much attraction. You just have to trust this. You have to give it a chance. All right. Love you guys. We got 24:42 on the clock. My name's Kat. This is my channel, Pure Feminitions. Remember to be present, and it's all about self-love on this journey and supporting one another. All right, love you guys. Happy Sunday.